Welcome back to Breakfast Television, now in its 7th year of celebrating Icelandic culture in Manitoba. Nuna Now kicks things off this weekend, is doing things a little differently this year. You can expect festivities throughout the summer. Professor and historian Dr. Lori Bertram joins us to let us in on some secrets from her panel discussion titled The Winnipeg Icelander, New Histories of the Urban Immigrant Community. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Quite a weighted title for the panel discussion, but it's just really a cool thing.
I think so too. We're basically looking at the secret history of Icelandic culture in Winnipeg. A lot of people, when they think about Icelandic history in Manitoba, they automatically think Gimli and New Iceland, but there was actually a very large immigrant population in Winnipeg, and they had an amazing cultural scene too, so this panel celebrates them.
Very cool. And I think that what a lot of people also don't realize is that Winnipeg and Gimli and Manitoba are kind of a big deal to people in Iceland.
Yeah, actually, Winnipeg and Gimli are famous in Iceland, and a lot of Icelanders actually really want to come to Manitoba to see these sites. For them, it's really special because you can imagine Iceland's an island. It's quite a small population, relatively speaking. So to have such a large group of other Icelanders living somewhere in the same area across the Atlantic, for them is really kind of fascinating. So when you go to Reykjavik or you go to different places in Iceland, you say, "I'm from Winnipeg." People say, "Nay." It's kind of a big deal, yeah.
That's great, and it is a big deal that we have a festival like this that really celebrates our Icelandic heritage right here in the city. I had no idea Sargent Avenue was such a hotbed for immigrant culture. What are some of the things, some of the secrets can you let us in on that you're going to talk about tonight?
Well, Sargent was one of the Icelandic neighborhoods in Winnipeg. It was kind of one of the later ones, and it used to be called Icelandic Main Street. And it was such a fascinating area. There was some really important people that came out of that neighborhood, including Charlie Thorson, who became an animator for Disney and worked on projects like Bugs Bunny and Snow White. There was a lot of really fascinating different restaurants and businesses like coffee houses. Icelanders were pretty devoted to strong coffee. And Canada was very much a tea drinking country when they arrived.
Okay.
And they found the coffee here too weak and too expensive, so they decided to start their own coffee houses so they could get good, strong coffee.
All us morning show hosts appreciate the Icelanders and the Vikings for bringing us coffee, certainly. And it really is a bit of a party as well, the Icelandic culture.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we're looking at the immigrant culture in terms of the way that people used to socialize in Winnipeg. A lot of working people would socialize after the end of the working day. And we're trying to tie together what's been a really fascinating cultural history here with what's happening in Iceland now. So that's what Nuna Now is all about, is connecting the past to the present.
Fantastic, and we actually, we're going to turn things up, we'll kick things up a notch after your discussion as well in the same venue. Iceland has a killer music scene, so after the discussion, the dance floor is going to be set up for a DJ dance party, Viking style, Reykjavik Lady Party DJ sensation. Let's see if I can say this. Kanel Snithur, whose name is a pun on the Icelandic words for cinnamon buns and record spinning. You're listening to them right now. They're going to spin some tunes. They'll be joined by Winnipeg spinner DJ Jay Jackson, bringing Sargent Ave back to its Icelandic roots for one more night. Then the DJs trek to the Interlake on Saturday night for the Hard Fisk and Whiskey Social at the Viking Inn in Gimli. More Breakfast Television to come. We're taking a break. Stay with us.